coming out in July. Like, EA isn't saying that. I'm saying that. It's coming out in July. I don't know exactly what date yet.
And the team is making amazing progress. We are going to launch it this summer.
Going to be some variation of previous game modes you saw a decade ago. That, of course, being Road to Glory and Dynasty Mode, for example. There will be online play, of course, as we all know. But what I can share here right now that I've learned here recently is that, much like the Madden game, there will be an Ultimate Team mode.
Boys! If you guys have been keeping up with the latest EA college football news and notes, good for you. But if you haven't, don't worry, boys. I got you in today's video. Today we're going to be discussing a huge topic that has got everybody all sorts of concerned, and that is Ultimate Team. Is Ultimate Team going to kill EA college football before it even begins? Boys, in those clips I showed you early on, those are the clips of Brandon Marcello, the guy who bamboozled everybody on the night of the national championship, saying that there was going to be some sort of EA college football news or content or teaser coming out, and there wasn't. So take what he's saying with a grain of salt, but he has confirmed that there is going to be Dynasty, which we all know for legal reasons is going to be there, Road to Glory, and yes, the much anticipated Ultimate Team. What? Just kidding, boys. If you've actually been waiting for this Ultimate Team to come out and actually have your hopes up for EA delivering on this product, you probably are a psychopath. And honestly, you're probably the kind of guy that pours in the milk before the cereal. That being said, you probably should also be locked up in a Slovakian prison. Boys, I stick around to the end because I think there's going to be a couple arguments that I'd make for both sides that are going to make my arguments pretty interesting. And I think you'd be surprised with my answer. Boys, if you guys are enjoying the EA college football content and are really looking forward to the game, I'd subscribe to the channel if I was you, because we're going to be covering it all. From the news and the trailers to the actual gameplay when the game actually releases. I'll have you covered with all kinds of rebuild content, all kinds of Road to Glory content, and yes, even some Ultimate Team content around no money spend videos, as well as covering some of the latest cards that are coming out in the game. I think that's going to be very important to everybody, so I'm trying to do a little bit of everything and see what resonates with the community. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to most in the game. Is it going to be the rebuilding of Dynasty Mode? Is it going to be Road to Glory? Or is it going to be some dangling with some of the Ultimate Team? But before we dive in, boys, I just want to take a moment of silence, as Hector asked that we take a moment of silence for his fallen brother Q, the Georgia State Bulldog and mascot. May he rest in peace. Come on, next. Oh. Now, boys, will Ultimate Team kill EA college football? In my opinion, no. I don't think Ultimate Team will kill EA college football.
What did he say?
I think EA will kill EA college football. And here's my thoughts around that, boys. Ultimate Team is not the problem. As Brandon Marcello says in the first video, if you guys want to see the link to that video, there's a link in the description. But boys, Ultimate Team is the best way to bring legends to the game. Why do I feel so passionate about that? Because look at the way one of my favorite sports games is out there. MLB The Show does an amazing job bringing legends to the game. The hype they built around Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire this past offseason was huge before the game came out. Now we're looking forward to this next game, and they're doing a great job releasing people, making the trailers, and teasing people that might be coming to the game that we haven't had in the game, like Adrian Beltre, who's now going to be a Hall of Famer. Congratulations. This is the type of content that we need. This is the type of content that keeps people engaged in the game. Yes, rebuilds are fun. Yes, Road to Glory are fun. But long term, beating people online and head-to-head, and if you don't have an online community, it's probably the best way to do it. Jumping in, getting into an Ultimate Team, and MLB The Show, you can dive in a week or two, you'll have a great team. The problem is EA cannot make Ultimate Team content. I mean, FIFA or EAFC, whatever you want to call it, isn't the worst. I mean, I play it every now and then. Like, the XP programs is kind of decent. But boys, Madden flat out sucks. I hate it. I'm sorry. The interface is ass. Like, everything that you do, from sliding to the sets to sliding to the XP programs, the going into things, sometimes the solo battles doesn't even work. The freaking XP program is ass. Every pack that you get from the XP program never packs anything good. Like, there's just zero way to actually grind the game mode without being able to get like the cards that are stuck behind the paywall. This is what I hate the most about Madden, is that you can't even freaking get a good card that's stuck behind the paywall. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, yeah, I don't want to go spend millions of coins that I spent hours and hours and hours grinding to go get a card that I can't get. It's like, they don't do anything to level out the playing field of people that want to grind the game. The no money spent is such a freaking grind in Madden that it doesn't make it fun for like 90% of the people that play. It's pretty good for those guys that are spending their entire Taco Bell paycheck on the freaking video game, but sadly, that's not all of us. Like, we got things to do, we got things to pay for. Like, we're not gonna sit there and just pour money into the game. We want to be able to play a game that's online, that's about sports because we love football, but we don't have to spend the entire money. That's just my opinion. And sadly, Madden does a terrible freaking job. EA does a terrible job with Madden in the way they've created their Ultimate Team. Their interface is horrible. Their programs and their events are trash. At least FIFA does a little bit to, like, if you do the draft in FIFA and you go 4-0, which is extremely sweaty because it's a worldwide game, but at least their rewards are insane, and at least they update it. And if you actually do go 4-0, you get crazy rewards and crazy cards. Imagine if you kept doing that and, hey, yeah, maybe I already have this 93 card. Maybe I can just sell it, and then boom, you get money and you go get guys that you can. Like, that would be a fun way to actually re-up on the game, but no, they don't want to do that. Why? Because they know if sticking stupid shit behind a paywall, there's going to be idiots that are going to go out there and spend their entire paycheck on the freaking video game. Literally, there's not a single good card that you can pack from the XP programs that are there. Yeah, you get those 92 binded cards, the account binded cards. It's like, why? Why would I want those? Why can't I get one of the Captain Andrew looks when it comes out? No, I have to go spend millions of coins, or I have to pay a ton for MUT points and go and pack the card, which is the only way those freaking cards actually come out of those packs, are the ones that you have to pay for that are behind the points. Not even the training stuff in the house or the coin stuff that you buy. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. There's no good programs. So what do you even do if you don't want to spend money in the game? That's a real question. Well, you're gonna have to wait for the end game. Literally, after 90% of the entire game's life cycle is out and the end game is there, right before the next one releases, is probably the easiest time to grind and actually build up a team to try to win. Because throughout the entire season, throughout every single update, they update more cards that are stuck more behind the paywall, and the new meta is even more OP. And it's gonna stay that way because there's gonna be those guys that are spending their entire freaking Taco Bell paycheck. Those guys, and I'm nothing against Taco Bell, boys. It's a lovely establishment. It's just one time I got screwed out of.
This guy, you know, he told me I had enough sauce packets when I didn't, and I wanted some more sauce packets, and he absolutely screwed me. So, still a little salty about those kind of guys. And I bet you he went home and freaking spent his entire paycheck on Madden, and he's probably kicking my ass because it has nothing to do with skill and has everything to do with what kind of players you have, which is kind of annoying.
But that being said, boys, here's why I don't mind the idea of Ultimate Team. Look at SDS, San Diego Studios, the creators of MLB The Show. Their Ultimate Team is called Diamond Dynasty and is arguably the best, and it makes it the best sports game out there. Why? Because their online content is actually pretty good. And you know, lately with the latest news of MLB The Show 24 coming out and seeing all the videos of everyone being so freaking negative about the game just makes me want to punch them in the face. Because, like, dude,
all of you, Daddy, chill.
Your game is actually really freaking good. Like, you guys are so lucky, and all you do is like consistently complain about the freaking video game. Like, SDS does an amazing job. If SDS ran freaking Madden, I would be so happy. But at least in MLB The Show, boys, I feel like it's actually kind of competitive. Like, everyone's team is pretty competitive and it's pretty up to par. So it's like, it really does come out of the player skills. Yes, you can get like the 1% of the cards that like maybe are stuck behind that paywall, or like you can't buy them unless you have an unlimited amount of coins or you pack them. Or you go 12-0 on a BR run. Like, yes, we get it. There can be those certain cards, like the Ellie De La Cruz Cycle. That card was insane, right? Cool. But I can still get the Ellie De La Cruz in the XP reward program in set 5. It's not as good as the one in set 2 or 3. I forget which set it was. But it's still up to par, and like I can play with it, and I can have another shortstop that can be just as good as that Ellie De La Cruz. If not, it doesn't really come down to what card you have. It comes down to the skill of the player, which is actually what makes it kind of fun. Because you can build teams, you can build games, you can build teams that match your skill set, and you can be actually competitive. And there's not a single meta that works. Like the freaking, like the Carmichael card that Madden that like literally everyone had and was cooking everyone. It's so annoying. I could literally pick up MLB The Show right now without having to play it all year in a week or two, just by knowing how to do the simple programs that they have created and follow the events and just follow and get the XP reward programs. You can have a competitive team in like a week or two. In Madden, that would not be the case. You'd have like a straight 90 or 91 team like I do right now when the meta's all 95s. Like, how? And then you think that 95 to 91 is not that hard? It's insanely hard. Like, the players are so much better, so much faster. Like, every throw with my quarterback and my receiver's not that much faster in that corner, he's going to get picked every single time, and it's annoying. It has nothing to do with the schematics or the coverage or anything like that. It's got everything to do with the type of card that it is, and now those cards are the ones that are stuck behind the paywall, and it's so freaking annoying. But that said, boys, EA has shown flashes of doing the right thing. I mean, they've done it with FIFA a little bit, or EAFC. They've done that with EAFC. Like, they have those solid programs where, like, every 5 you can pack a card, and if they don't go into your team, you can put them into a set and re-roll them. Like, The potential is there, and they actually give you good cards to make competitive teams. Like, FIFA's not even that terrible, and it's a worldwide game. Yes, I get there's a lot more cards. So with a lot more cards, hopefully there's more room to make it all competitive for everyone that's in the player base. And it really does come down to, like, if I want to make a team build of a Michigan team, or if I want to make an all-Wisconsin team, you know, I could have a competitive team because every single card is going to be competitive, and my team overall is going to be competitive with any team that is trying to build a God Squad. And that's my only hope, is that we can figure out a way, EA can figure out a way to not just stick every single good player behind a paywall and make 90% of the game's life cycle kind of boring on Ultimate Team. The potential is there, and just like Brandon Marcello said, it is probably the prime way they're going to bring back Legends into the game, and they've already been confirmed to be talking about some Legends. For example, Barry Sanders. Imagine running with Barry Sanders, or running Tom Osborne midline option out of the I formation with like Scott Frost or Tommy Frazier. That would be so sick. Jim Brown and Ernie Davis running the ball out of Syracuse. Like, imagine one of those cards. Bo Jackson at Auburn. Imagine Christian McCaffrey out of Stanford when he wore number 5. He was an absolute freaking beast at the Rose Bowl. Boys, Cam Newton, Reggie Bush, Vince Young. Like, these are all freaking legends I missed. Like, Lamar Jackson, we just missed him because we couldn't play with him. Joe Burrow. The Jamar Chase. Imagine Ron Dayne at Wisconsin. Johnny Football, the Honey Badger. The list goes on and on and on and on. Every single college in this country has a player that was cracked. For example, think about Corey Davis, who broke all sorts of records at Western Michigan. He's got the most receiving yards of all time in college football. He played for PJ Fleck at Western Michigan. Absolute dog. His card would be insane, and it should be cracked in a game like EA College Football. So that's what's got me most excited, boys. The potential for these players and creating your own team is there. So I'm just asking EA if you could just please not make 90% of the game's life cycle stuck behind a paywall. Sure, if you want to hide certain few cards like a Brian Bosworth, the Boss card at Oklahoma, sure, hide that behind a paywall, or you have to go like super, like you have to be really good at the game to be able to earn it. Win the national championship, whatever online format they have. Sure, stick the Boss behind that wall. You either have a ton of money, you either pack them, or you have to go like 12-0. Okay, I get it. But then I should be able to go out and get a Notre Dame Manti Te'o that's just as equivalent to the Boss. Yes, it's not gonna be as good as the Boss card. Yeah, the Boss is probably gonna be the best one. But the Manti Te'o is actually a pretty good middle linebacker whereas like I'm not gonna be outmatched. You know, my middle linebacker is not going to be an absolute liability because I actually have a decent one. It's maybe not the Boz like the other dude that sweated his ass off to get the game or paid for it. But at least my Manti Te'o that I did on my no money spend account is actually still going to be pretty comparable, pretty competitive. And that's all I ask for the game. That's all they have to do. All EA has to do is look at MLB and the way it does its programs, its events. Like, think about it. It does 3-inning games, Battle Royale. What if they did that for EA College Football? Like, they could easily do it. I already have it in my mind. They could do like an overtime mode where you'd have to go like 12. Imagine trying to go 12-0 in overtime type modes. They score, you score, they score, you score, and if you lose, you're out. Like, they go for 2, they win it. That would be so sick. It would be nice, quick games. It would be online head-to-head, and it would be very hard to go 12-0 because, you know, anything can happen. You literally just have to make one mistake, one interception, the game's over. That would be very fun. For me, it would, at least. If you actually put great rewards at the end of them. Like, actually worthy rewards. That would make the game so much more fun. The formula's already there for you. All they have to do is follow it. But sadly, boys, I wouldn't hold my breath. Will Ultimate Team be a complete bust? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope not. I'm trying to stay optimistic because I know there's a lot of negative people about Ultimate Team. And I know there's people that actually liked Ultimate Team in NCAA 14. It wasn't that terrible. But I know the nostalgia and the true fans, all they love is Dynasty and rebuilds. And I get that. I'm going to go there and I'm going to do the Kent State grind. I'm going to go there and I'm going to do the Appalachian State grind. I like to rebuild with New Mexico Lobos. That was one of my teams. Just because I like their Wolves and they call them the Lobos. I mean, I was a big fan of that. I don't know. But I'm going to sit there and do those grinds. Yes. I'm going to sit there and try to rebuild and do a road to glory with every single position available. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I'm going to have a short king quarterback go all the way and win the Heisman 3 times before he goes to Madden. I'm going to do all that. Yes, I love the game for that. But honestly, what keeps someone consistently in the game for the long term is that online gameplay. And the thing is, boys, Ultimate Team, if it's not good, you don't have to play it. And I think EA is going to do us right in the first game to make sure that Dynasty and Road to Glory are perfect. Yeah, maybe 10 years down the road, I can't guarantee anything. They're probably going to put more focus on Ultimate Team. But in the first renditions, boys, Dynasty Mode and Road to Glory are going to be solid. They just literally have to follow the formulas and incorporate new things, which is they've already confirmed. They're going to put the transfer portal and NIL deals into the game. That's fine. But if we can get another added mode, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. I know Ultimate Team's got this bad stigma about it and how EA's done it. Yeah, because EA ruins the freaking games. That's my whole point about this. I don't think Ultimate Team will ruin the game. Ultimate Team is amazing. The concept of Ultimate Team is amazing. But EA doesn't know how to do it. But I'm curious on your thoughts, boys. Are you guys going to be interested in Ultimate Team? And if so, what card are you looking most forward to them bringing back? What kind of player do you want to be playing with on Ultimate Team if you can bring back any legend? For me, boys, it's easy. It's Timothy Tebow. Timothy Richard Tebow. That's my dude. Has always been my dude. Arguably, I think he's the GOAT of college football, like the greatest college football player of all time. He could run, throw, do it all. And the fact that he was on that Florida team, which we have come now to know it was a mess. The fact that he won 2 national championships was insane. That said, boys, if you guys are not going to be playing Ultimate Team, that's fine. But if you want to start identifying who are going to be the top players coming to the game and what my wish list is for the entire game, click these videos right here to learn more. And remember, boys, nice guys finish first. God bless. Peace.